Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see. Monkeys!
This is Historic Brawl. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and the countdown to the standard bans continues. But in the meantime, I ran a poll in the Discord for what would be the top Historic Brawl commanders that you would want to see while we wait. Number 1 on the list, Thalia and the Gitrog monster. The amazing hair, the incredibly long tongue, and also the Gitrog monster. I'm hilarious. Just accept it. So there are so many ways to build this commander and this particular deck. It can be human themed or frog horror themed, I guess, maybe. It can be mid-range, good old classic mid-range. It can be taxes. A lot of people build it like taxes. It can be lands. I tried a number of those things, especially the land strategy and the taxes strategy, and I decided I like the mid-range strategy the most. It felt the best to me, and it felt right for the queue that Thalia and the Gitrog monster is playing in right now. So what you do there is you could play like all the various anointed peacekeepers and elite spellbinders, but the opponents just seem to climb their way over the top. They hit their land drops, they ramp, and they play big things like Atraxa and Thalia. However, you can shut all that down if you have a little bit of power to fight power with power. So instead of running effects like Crucible of Worlds, even though they're incredibly fun, I think for this deck, it's better to run it in kind of this manner with some serious haymakers and a strong mid-range core built around sagas, planeswalkers, and value creatures. So you can see that we have plenty of sagas lurking through the deck as ways to do very powerful things. And then at the very top end, against the Atraxas and Thalia of the world, we have cards like Kaya, Intangible Slayer. We have Eerie Ultimatum, which can bring back a huge chunk of our deck all at once and is very powerful. We have Breach the Multiverse and Emrakul, the Promised End. Bolas's Citadel is amazing with Thalia. So I think that these haymakers are an important part of what the deck needs to be successful today. So our primary plan is to ramp a little early. You see we have a whole bunch of little mana dorks that help us hit extra land drops or ramp up early. Get out Thalia in the Gitrog monster, which slows the opponent down a lot because they either have to kill it or their lands enter the battlefield tapped. They're non-basics anyway. And their creatures enter the battlefield tapped, and we get to draw cards from Thalia and the Gitrog monster. So while that's going on, we are setting up, we are getting prepared, and hopefully we get to use like a tutor effect like Grim Tutor or Cruelty of Gix, and we get to go get Breach of the Multiverse, which mega fills the graveyards, and then we cast a card like Eerie Ultimatum or Emrakul, the Promised End, and completely dominate the game. The deck is a very strong mid-range package for lacking blue, and it shows that Abzan may have a place in current meta, so I'm excited to show it to you. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you would like to vote in the polls and the future polls for the channel and what decks we play, make sure that you go ahead and join the Discord, link in the description. Also, quick sponsor shout out to Moxfield and CoolStuffInc.com. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and you can use the promo code CGB5 on CoolStuffInc.com for a discount and to show that you like the show. You can also go to Moxfield and hit follow on my creator profile, link in the description. That helps show them that you are interested in my deck lists. On that note, let's dive in. Let Thalia and the Gitrog monster nonsense begin. On the play against Yarok, and we've got some Duress Thoughtseize action to clear the way for a Tireless Tracker. I like it. So think it through. White, green, black. Prefer for this to be the last land. I can use it with the tracker. Ah, nice. That works great. What you got? Is there only one ramp card? There is. However, there's also a lot of cards that are very hard to deal with. The Panharmonicon and the Thassa are kind of terrifying on their own, and they basically double up what the commander does well. So I think this goes to Thassa, and I think Duress goes to Panharmonicon. And then we have to find kill spells for the Yarok. Yeah, their hand is pretty loaded. If they draw land, they're going to be really hard to beat. So what's their play next turn? It could be the Panharmonicon if they hit the land. I think we make them hit it. Let's get something on the board. Make them have it. Never didn't have it. Great. Oh, that's a good draw, but not good yet. All right, Rebuke gone. But with Panharmonicon down, we are in huge trouble. The Blood Mage. That's not what I expected at all. I definitely expected the Mole Drifter. Now, I guess they're going to draw with the Blood Mage? They want to play the Mole Drifter when it can stick around? Then you can blink it? Sure. We're very close to playing Yarok, which means we should curse it. But maybe they play Yarok and we curse the Mole Drifter? Right now, they don't have a great block. Finding the Panharmonicon seems really important. Takes 4. This is going to be a tough game. What's the best way to do it? I think the best way to do it is to draw a kill spell for the Yarok after we clear out this Panharmonicon. Maybe we'll be that lucky. Oh, the aggression. We know you're not blocking, so that's a weird choice. So what's the play against a Yarok? Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. That's fine. Farmhand. We haven't hit our land drops. I am really surprised by that play. All right, let's make Yarok a lot harder to cast. It's too bad I couldn't get Shieldred down, though, in time for the Mole Drifter. Oh, they're going to evoke it. Okay. So they don't get the creatures sticking around. And they might also play a Gonti? No, they're going to rejuvenate. They're going for mana. Sure. Eldest Reborn doesn't hit that well here, does it? Thalia Black Market? That's looking pretty good. You want to take on the Farmhand? I'm down for a tradesy. We're trying to make our Eldest Reborn better. No wash away, thank God. We'll see how many Reclamation Sages they brought. Do you pay the 1? You do? Cruel. But fine. We've still got Black Market Connection and 23 life. Putrefy. Full send. Do you play Shieldred? They're at 16. We have a card draw engine going. If you play Shieldred, what else do you do? Crack the clues? Sounds awesome, actually. Let's do one now. One later. Might hit a playable. Ooh, that can be lands. It's pretty good. If they steal my Breach the Multiverse or something about that awesome with their Gonti, I'm going to be mad. I'm a mad person anyway. Whoa, my Black Market Connections. Okay. Letting Shieldred live. Wow. They must have something else. They have a bouncer. For the Shieldred? For the Shieldred. All right. I mean, I'll pay more for Shieldred. I do not mind. How you doing over there? They have taken trades every chance they get, and because of that, our Eldest Reborn might actually be good. Come on down. Keep the pressure on. And here's Yarok. I sense some desperation. Let's decline, which has got to be a bad feel for them, because that implies that Yarok is going to die. And Yarok is going to die. In a grisly way that gives us value. Speaking of value, I have forests. I have so many forests. There's Vorinclex. Down to 5. Our creatures gain death touch. Think that's okay. I mean, if I were them, I would be trying Gonti. They're going to trophy. Sure. My deck has cool cards, opponent. I'm kind of getting insulted that you won't Gonti me. All right. Tell me it's all lands. Or ways to search your library for like a basic plains. I told you! Broken cards! Broken Magic the Gathering cards in the deck. Our opponent has revealed just how 2012 they are. Yes, I'm taking my Siege Rhino back, and you can't stop me. They go to 6. Now they go to 4 because of that. Vorinclex? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, never doubt the power of a Siege Rhino. Not for a second. It'll kill ya. Wait, it has to be from among them? I was gonna get the Siege Rhino. That makes me very extremely sad. I was gonna get the Siege Rhino, guys. I had a plan. If Gonti wants to trade, Gonti can trade. Imagine knowing how my own card works. That's a lot of land. I just want to get Siege Rhino a win. Oh, Vorinclex, no! All right, it's okay. I got this. I got this. I got this. There is only one answer. 2014 called. It wants its win con back. The greatest power Magic has ever known. On the play against Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty, very dangerous commander. We've got enough lands and we've got a top end payoff, so we will keep. Let's get the Ranger. I think we just want a swamp here. Got some triple black cards in the deck. Next turn isn't looking particularly great, but the turns after it could be amazing. You don't usually get a lot of time though against Emoti. If they play a ramp creature, we're just gonna kill it. Lucky for them, it's a ramp artifact. Ooh, that's a good draw. Glissa. That should put some pressure on. Our opponent has a mana creature, but it taps for 2 mana, so I'm very likely to kill it. But let's see if they want to trade it instead. Probably not. I was really hoping for a very cheap way to kill this thing because now it's disrupting our chance to play our commander, but that's okay. Because we drew this planar disruption, so now we can do both. This will slow the opponent down a lot. And they missed the land drop. I mean, this would be good if their commander didn't have Cascade, though. It's okay. It's not as good as I'd like it to be. That will be a draw and lose. Another land. 16, still a long way to go here. But now the frog is online, so a land might enter tapped, and we got him again. Oh, we're hitting that. We're gonna tie that. Slow down, buddy. Boom, boom, kaboom. How hard can we hit? You know they have big creatures in their deck. Oh, okay. That looks fun. Where are you going? We were just starting to play Magic the Gathering. On the play against Lonus, Cryptozoologist. This hand is awesome. We can ramp into Citadel. It's so great, I don't think I'm gonna ever read what this card actually does. We're just gonna see what happens. It'll be great. Let's go. Commander on 2. Do we kill it or do we Citadel? Do we kill it or Citadel? I kill it. I don't want to read it, so we kill it. People who play a turn 2 commander must be punished. This is historic Brawl, not your local playgroup. Tireless Provisioner. All right, I know that card. It's a good card. Let's go. Magic the Gathering is great. Is there anything worse than a turn 1 elf that's not a turn 1 elf? And it's land light, so we're not very likely to use Thalia well. But we do have removal. We're against a counter, a +1/+1 counter deck, but a sweeper would be particularly good here. Try for better. I actually like this better. I just like having more land. More land is good. And we turn 1 Thoughtseize because we might get an elf. Serpent. Ozolith. What the? And Botanical Brawler. I'm actually legitimately worried about the Ozolith just running away with this Serpent. So I think I take the Ozolith here. We'll see. But, so Grim Tutor can go get a sweeper. Can go get a Farewell. Something like that. It's a good card. Very good card to draw here. Come at me. Come at me. All right. Now, does the opponent give up or does the opponent play on? Very brave, bold choice. All right. +1/+1 counter deck. What's the best way to sweep the board? We have almost no snowlands going for us so far. I don't know. Do I actually need like a Yasharn to make sure that we hit our land drops? I mean, you guys are gonna say Siege Rhino, and I understand. I do understand. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to hit land drops. Turn on my whole deck with this tutor. The spin. The serpent. We draw Emrakul right off the top. Aren't you glad we got some lands? I wonder if it's time for the Imperial Soar or if I'll get to Cruelty it. Key to the Archive. Wow. Wow. And discard Catilda, so they kept whatever they hit off the key. That's scary. Let's give them the Cruelty. We can get rid of the Imperial Soar. They got a Time Warp. Of course they got a Time Warp. Why wouldn't they get a Time Warp? I'm not attacking then. Always with the Time Warps, you guys. It's like people love taking extra turns or something. All right, we get to search up any card we want to. Do we knock that Time Warp out of their hand? Or do we get one of our big 7 drops to try to win the game? Maybe more and both. We're at 20 something. Oh man. I'm not even afraid of the Time Warp. I'm really not. I'm going to Breach. We're taking it to Breach Town. I mean, the Thalia might just keep them away from us in general, and then we can get back a dinosaur. See, look, they took another turn. If a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, did it make a sound? All right, cool. That went as well as it could as far as giving the opponent an extra turn. Hey, maybe I'll give him an extra turn after the Emrakul. Give me dinosaur. I'm a little partial to the dinos. I mean, I know what you're gonna say. I know you think I should take the Siege Rhino. Look at this buffet of beautiful options. I know you say I should take the Siege Rhino, but come on, guys. It's Kaya. I know, Siege Rhino's the greatest card in Magic. I know. Let's show them what's up. This has protection from multicolor, right? Yeah, this doesn't have trample. So I get the sack trigger and nothing else. All right, it's fine. I like cards. Well, that was anticlimactic. Opponent with a land off the top. Leaves a lot to be desired in a top deck. Yeah. 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 The end that was promised. A hand with an elf that is not a turn 1 elf is a mulligan to me. And now we have no elf, but we do have all of our colors, and it's on the play. If we draw some land, it's good. Into the North, great draw. Guys, we might, I mean, I don't want to make promises I can't back up, but we might cast Siege Rhino next turn. And what the heck is an Izzet deck with 2 mana ever going to do about that? Huh? I think I actually go for commander card advantage here, because if they're going to counter it... Oh, you know what, though? They could have Tail's End. All right. Let's play like they have Tail's End. Do you dare counter the greatest creature ever made? That's right. What you got? What are you going to do? You going to bounce it? You going to bounce it? You want to get drained, opponent? Who goes land into expressive iteration? Somebody who's tilted by Siege Rhino, that's who. Oh, trust me, it would be my commander if it were legendary. And if Siege Rhino were printed today, it would be legendary. Because that's a drawback. So they kept this mana open on purpose, so they probably do have a wash away. And I only have 1 white source. So let's just play the Provisioner. Play this, make treasure. Smash. I can't believe they haven't printed a commander that's just Siege Rhino, but legendary yet. Be the most popular commander of 2014. Stomped. You got it. All right, I am ready now for your wash away. Oh, they don't have one. All right. Well, then you're just gonna die. Maybe they're just playing around Mana Tithe this whole time. I mean, it continues. Enters tapped. Vorinclex. Nice. Maybe. Bounce? Okay. That sucks. I don't get my double land drop. But the Rhino continues its march to victory. Might be harder to Mana Tithe something here if the opponent has the cost reduction from Vadric. Gotta expect some big spells to be on their way. What did they exile? Just an island. I mean, come on, Rivers, rebuke me. I dare ya. Eh? Okay. Take an extra turn, yep. That's great. Love that for me. And at the last possible moment, they go for an Arcane Bombardment. Sure, you got it. Seems as good a time as any. For a little bit of this action. Siege Rhino, almost home. Goodbye. You're just a peaceful pinata after all. So come over here, let me beat you to a pulp and see what kind of candy you have. 1 Rhino goes the distance. We're on the draw with Tireless Provisioner as our first play against Thalia, which is too slow. Even with great mana, it's a mulligan. And now we have a turn 1 elf and a Dark Ritual. So much better. Our opponent's going to open up by traversing the Ulvenwald for a basic land. Elvish Mystic. Let's go. Incubation Druid for the opponent. So. What to do here? We get down the Provisioner. If they kill it, that's a pretty big loss. But then the next turn, we can still just play Thalia and the Gitrog monster. Yeah, let's go for the Provisioner. A little cultivate action. Going with plenty of lands going on, so that you know they're going to tally on time. Question's going to be, what can we do about it? Guys, do you like triggers? Because we suddenly turned out to be a landfall deck. Rescue. Mirror March. No, you can have that. Nobody has ever won a coin flip with Mirror March in the history of time. So obviously they get to keep the Mirror March. Strictly zero success rate. And I thought they might play an Ancient Copper Dragon or something. Guys, next turn is going to be content. Whatever it is, it will be content. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. And I am telling you, once again, nobody has ever won a coin flip with Mirror March. So we have nothing to be concerned about. Absolutely nothing. Satyr Wayfinder and a little card named Chandra, Awakened Inferno, no big deal. And we flip. I told you. I told you. Nothing to worry about ever. I know this pain. I know. I know it must be hard for you right now, accepting that Mirror March is literally 6 mana for nothing. One of the ultimate scams of Magic the Gathering. I know it's hard to accept. Temple Garden off the top. So what are we doing here? You. Treasure. You. Because why not? You. Treasure. You. Why did tap my elf? It's just silly that way. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what about that Copper Dragon? What about that Tyrannix Rex? Mirror March has never won a coin flip in its existence, and it's not about to start. And even if they did, even if they won that coin flip, do they know about Thalia and the Gitrog monster? Do they know about the text on the card? Because that's a tapped dragon. The most scammy card in the history of scammy cards. Mirror frickin' March, boys and girls. Oh man, I can drop him to 1? I can't kill him, but I can drop him to 1? Sounds like content. That's my Satyr Wayfinder, give it back. Can't hit with a Satyr Wayfinder. It's like a Mirror March, only worse. All right, get that ugly little dragon out of here. And let's see what the opponent's got up their sleeve. Come on. Come on, win one frickin' coin flip. Do it. Come on. No, take your shot. I know it doesn't matter. I know I have Thalia and the Gitrog monster, but come on, play the dino and take a shot. Aw, man. What more evidence do you need? On the play against Emoti. They want some, they get some. I wonder if I'm supposed to dig up here to make sure that we actually hit all of the land drops so that we play Casualties of War on time. Yeah, that seems right. Normally I would try to use it as a tutor, but here, just make sure that we get there. Because if we cast Casualties, we'll probably be in a good spot against this deck. They usually have like an artifact that makes mana and a creature that makes mana. Some of them even play lands. Crazy, I know. Yep, there's an artifact that makes mana. Now watch. Scripted, right? Next is going to be the creature that makes mana. It's coming. Just wait. Now we have the Dark Ritual, so we can go ahead and play Thalia and the Gitrog monster. I mean, unless they decide to deal with it, which I guess that's fine too. Like, how do you deal with it? You're in Simic. You want to bounce it? I can play bouncy fun time with frogs. It's fine. No big deal. Oh, I know. Being behind on board against Thalia is frustrating. Creatures being tapped, lands being tapped. Ah, Harrow. Okay. All right. Those are basics, which means they'll be untapped, so maybe there's still the mana creature I foretold. Is for me? Mana creature? The heck is this? Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Scry to the top, huh? Okay then. Interesting. That's fine. Patience it is. We got our lands. Feels good to hit all those land drops with your Thalia and the Gitrog monster. And we got this Satyr Wayfinder to devour to draw. All right. Drop them. Do I need to read this? Believe. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's a creature card. What? Yo, bro, you for real? Did you just Ulamog me? Did you just Ulamog me, bro? All right. You want a longer game? We will have a longer game. I mean, I don't need this Dark Ritual anymore. We're doing just fine. Oh, no land? It's kind of sad. Give me that hand. What the hell are you doing in here? I knew you had a mana dork. You're holding back on me. I know what you're doing. All right, that's in the yard. I know your nonsense. We get a tutor next turn. Now I think I know what I want, but let's see what Emoti reveals here. Ah, a Mana Dork. Finally, some good targets. And a Forceful Cultivator. What's down here? All kinds of fun stuff. All right. Chapter 2. Trigger. Start the party. Boom. Sure. Ah, the glory of the ultimatum. People don't think the Abzan one is that great, but with a little setup, it goes a long way. The question is, do we get rid of Emoti? They don't necessarily have a card that they want to cast with it, do they? Not necessarily. So what do we use Wandering Emperor on? I'll attack first and then figure it out. This poor Satyr Wayfinder has been sacrificed so many times now. I think it just goes on the mana. I think the trick against this deck is to let them have their commander. I think I'm better off. I could play the Bankbuster. There's no board wipes though. It's just River's Rebuke, so I'm probably best off just sacrificing this and seeing if we hit a play. All right, no. Yeah, actually, we get that. Beautiful. All right, opponent. See if you get out of this. You still have 23 life because I had a Swords and Ulamog. And did you draw a big expensive card here? No! Okay, so you get 5? X is the highest mana value, grows. No! Oh wait, it's a Crater Hoof. But they're all tapped? Alrighty then, and the World Spell, what? What is happening? All right, those are some very large creatures. Not large enough though. Are you afraid of my one loyalty, Wandering Emperor? All right, so we have Cruelty going off, which is a creature. Cruelty is gonna go off. How do we get the right creature in the graveyard? Well, let's draw first and see what we get. Could just be the tracker, but if I hit an instant speed removal spell, things would be a lot different. I can get the 6/5. I can also get the Provisioner. I guess it's the Provisioner, right? Don't really need you. So I can absorb 4, or I could just take it. I mean, they've got no defenses here. We take it. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. This is fine. $23. If only I had drawn a way to kill this Crater Hoof and then reanimate it. Maybe I should have taken some shots at it. Like if I crack a clue and I hit an instant speed removal spell, would have been busted, right? But we're definitely doing this. Target artifact. Target creature. Target enchantment. Target land. 5 life, not much. Gotta figure it out from here. But we can get a look. What am I sacking? The goose? Nah, just sack a land here. Could also sack this, but let's get rid of a land. Oh, hello. That would have done it. Oh, that could have been a crater hoof. Okay, now we have to survive till the next turn to hoof it. We know that the opponent, though, has the Cityscape Leveler in the yard, which is very dangerous. A very dangerous card. But we need to make their hoof survive. If we make them Cascade Emoti, though, that's not bad. And then we need to have mana for food would be nice. We don't really have that. We play Yasharn, what happens? They don't get to draw with their Hedron. Do they pay an... Man, nothing stops them from paying like an Earth cost, right? 5 life. And we need a way to block that leveler. I think we play big and clunky Yasharn. Now we can't sacrifice food until it's dead, but that's doable. And the treasures don't work until it's dead. And that's okay too. And make their commander cascade into something else. All right, see if they can kill me. Okay, here's the cascade. What is it? What is it? Guardian Project, that's fine. This is fine. That is tapped. They draw. They have 4 mana left. 5 mana left. Yeah, the leveler comes in tapped. So it's not that scary unless I had a way to deal with the Thalia, but still something to keep in mind as far as putting things on the battlefield to get in the way. We can just sack the Yasharn to our Thalia next turn, though, if we want access to all this. There's the archive. There's another creature that's tapped. They get to draw. They're at 15 facing our board with 2 blockers. Oh, yeah. Unless they have a Pact of Negation. This one's over. Oh, come on! You coward! Fight me! Watch me crater hoof you! And we are back for a post-game wrap on Thalia in the Gitrog monster. I said a lot of what I wanted to say about this particular deck in the intro. There are many different ways to build it. I built it with all the different ways to play lands from the top of your library and graveyard, Crucible of Worlds, Oracle, Moldiah, and all the cards that did similar things. And I found it to just be a mediocre lands deck, not nearly as resilient or powerful as the other land strategies that just dive harder into that particular synergy. I also built it in the manner of a taxes deck, also an aggressive human deck, and I found that to be incredibly lacking if you got up against one, either anybody who was hard to control, or B, anybody who was very, very aggro. If the other opponent was straight down the middle mid-range, you had a good matchup. If they didn't, you were in a pretty bad place. So here's where we are. Mid-range Thalia and the Gitrog monster backed by a ton of value and super powerful cards with an endgame set to do battle with the likes of Atraxa and other very evil, big-powered commanders. I think it does it. I think it does the job very well. I enjoy this deck a lot, and I hope that this particular build will be appealing to some of you, even if you might have been skeptical at first, because something like a human theme deck or a lands theme deck might have been more appealing to you in the first place. Good old classic mid-range featuring Siege Rhino, the great, the busted, the magic boomer card. We're gonna win con like it's 2014. I had to get Siege Rhino in the deck. You understand. I had to. And it continued to push its way around in these games. I hope that you enjoy them as much as I did. Anyway, today's Sunday. I did my first Twitch stream in a really long time. If you're interested in catching the live content, make sure you hit follow on Twitch. Also, any of you who might have Twitch Prime subs and may not have subbed in a really long time, you can go hit the link in the description and hit renew on your Twitch Prime. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have Amazon Prime in your household, you have a Twitch Prime sub. So So it's a free way to support the channel with what we call Bezos bucks, because it doesn't cost you anything, but it does pay me. So if you ever wanted to support, or if you've done Twitch Prime in the past but it's expired, it's a good time to go hit that button. And what else is going on? Well, tomorrow's the ban announcement, so we're going to live stream that. I'm going to try to get up earlier than I normally would, go live, and we'll see what gets banned in Standard, and see if that can reignite our passion and desire to play the format. The ball's in your court, Wizards. You said we have to play with these cards for another year because you canceled rotation. My favorite thing about Standard rotation. You canceled it this year. So these bans, if they're aggressive and really meta shaking, then Standard still has a chance. If they aren't, it's going to be a cruel summer, leaving me here on my own to play with Lord of the Rings Commander cards. So tomorrow we will see. Tune in for the live reaction. Check out my Twitch stream. I think I'm just going to do it there. Follow CovertGo2, link in the description. I'll make a reaction video there. And yeah, we'll see what happens next. Anyway, thank you, as always, for watching these videos. If you're in the USA, happy Memorial Day, holiday weekend. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you got some barbecue. Hope you had some fun. And I will see you in the next video. You're cool.
Coming transmission.
Cool kids, come in, cool kids. You're cool so you can hear this. We don't have much time. Join me at CovertGoBlue HQ. Follow the coordinates on your screen to CovertGoBlue HQ. CovertGoBlue HQ is your ultimate destination for everything CGB. Get your playmats. Get your shark tokens. And get the first look at all new merchandise that CGB releases. There's even more that's on the way. Gear up with the only merch that's 100% certified by the one in Best of One at the coolest place for the cool kids, CoolStuffInc.com. Head to CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. I'll see you at CovertGoBlue HQ. That's CovertGoBlue HQ.